Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today, January the 12th. So, kicking off with Euro USD as we usually do, sorry, a bit early in the morning here, uh, and there's still not much conviction here. I'm still not 100% convinced that we have broken this zone, and the zone is between 107,533 and 107,128. If you look at our oscillators, they are grouped to the upside, extremely overbought at the moment. We've got this gap down here from the beginning of the week as well, which these weekly gaps typically do get filled eventually. It's very rare that they run away, and if they do run away, price action doesn't look like this. So this to me is a little bit concerning. If you're looking for a breakout, you can see there we got the breakout, then immediately reversed, and then gradually pushed it back up again. If you look at the oscillators in the hour, we're just basically hanging around in between the 80 and the 20. There's no real direction. So this is, as I said, we've got CPI data coming out tomorrow, and this is the direct result of that. We do have some earnings, bank earnings coming out as well, which could also influence us, and that kicks off tomorrow. So I suspect Euro USD, we're just hovering around waiting to see what data comes out before picking a direction. Trend is up, so we should be looking for structure to buy into, but for me, let me just get this right. You probably find that all we're doing is just extending the height of the range. Okay, we still made a series of higher lows, yeah, through the day yesterday. So it could be a triangle, could be some consolidation for a break, but I'd want to see at least the 1 hour oscillators hovering down on the 20 before I start looking for opportunities to buy with this trend. So this is a clear sit on hands for me. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen. It seems like we've got a bit of a retest and a break here, but it's again a second attempt at there. And as I said yesterday, I wasn't really keen on anything on Forex, and this level here still holds true. That's 131461. I need to see a break of that area before I start committing to this trend. As you can see, we had a pretty strong sell-off going into the close, hovering above the moving averages before dropping off. We are now extremely overbought at the bottom of the range. So what we're looking for, let me just use this level, at this stage is a pullback onto structure, and that structure could be any one of these tails here. It should start somewhere around 132059, but again, we're waiting for dollar noise with CPI data coming out tomorrow, so I don't think you're going to get much movement beyond this lower level. You'll probably go sideways, or you'll drift up into this zone here through the day. So I'm still sit on hands on the dollar. Moving across to the pound and British pound Japanese yen. Does look like we're getting a bit of a rejection here. It's been the whole week that we've just been hovering around here at this sideways motion. As you can see, it's been 3 days, but we have got a little bit of a break below the level that we've been paying attention to, is 162.07. There's not much conviction there for me, so we are still above the 155 at the moment. There is no indication for me to buy. I'd only be wanting to buy once we're above all the moving averages here, trending, and we're in the zone of what could be support, but we're obviously hanging around waiting for something here as well. So I'm still very cautious here. So this one for me could be a potential move to the upside. I just want to get down to 15 minutes here. You can see there's a bit of a better view of it. A bit of diversions here, buyers coming in the zone, but from a 15-minute perspective, I'm going to want to see us to get above 165.19 and retest it before I'm even convinced of that. So this is sort of a double top, double bottom scenario, but you can see we are underneath this level and above this level, and I always want to see the level on the tail. So if the level was on that pin bar, it'd be in it. You've got an inside bar here, but if we had the level sort of there, I'd call that a relatively decent opportunity to buy into. But for me at the moment, this is also sit quietly and wait for something to happen here. I think we're still a little bit in holiday mode here. Moving on to Euro British Pound. If you have a look at the structure that we've got here, very much in the range. We've bounced off the bottom in the beginning of the week, and now we're bouncing off the top. Another inside bar. We had inside bar previously, then we went sideways and dropped. Had an inside bar here, sideways, and then dropped. So this is still range bound. I'm favoring the upside still, so it was a strong move into this range. I'm waiting for a range break and a retest before we start committing to more to the upside. But when we start looking at the hour, you can see yesterday was a strong move up and then a very aggressive and volatile flag that formed, and now we've just gone sideways. Yeah, whenever I see this kind of price action, I typically just switch off the chart because you have a really strong move up to a level. You get your flag. There's my flag there. I mean, you can draw it any way you want to, but there it is there. You just put your levels on the top and bottom, and you get your flag. Then you got to break out of the flag, but it doesn't rally. It just goes sideways. Typically, when that happens, I'm out of it. So that's also why you often hear me say, wait for the retest of the break before buying into it, because it is the most profitable trade and it's the best setup. So if you just jump, oh, it's a flag, I'm in, and you're sitting here just watching this go sideways and just stressing yourself out and not knowing what to do your stop, and what you find is your stop should be here, and now you think, well, maybe I just put my stop back here, or maybe I move it further down, and then you suddenly end up in a situation where you are trapped in a trade that you don't want to be in. So this to me is range bound. There's no reason for us to jump in. We are in an upward trend, so I would be waiting to see what happens, if anything, here at 0.88440. We get some price action there, could give us moves the upside. The other way of waiting for this is just wait for 0.88750 to break. Once that breaks, you're looking for a move to the upside. Yeah, so that's kind of me today on Forex. I'm still sitting on my hands. I don't see anything nice on the 4 pairs that I typically watch, so we will wait and see what's transpiring. What I am seeing in Forex at the moment, though, and we'll probably see it now when I do the indexes, is we are waiting. We are treading water. We are waiting for data. We're waiting for signals at the moment to indicate whether the start that we've had to the year so far on indexes is sustainable, and whether we are going to be looking for moves higher. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.